we'll get started. Turn my heater off. Okay. So nice to see everybody today. Nice chilly Sunday morning. Good day for yoga. It's always a good day for yoga, I think. But all right, we're going to start laying down on your back. And you want to be comfortable and feel supported. So I like to have my knees bent, especially at the beginning of the practice, just so I can kind of support my low back a little bit more. I also like to put a blanket under my head, which supports the space between my neck and the floor. And then just take a few moments here to begin to settle down and settle into your practice. So you can plan at the beginning of your practice to kind of set an intention of what you want to receive from the next hour or so, whether it's physical, emotional, spiritual, whatever you want to get out of it. Maybe set that intention now. Make a plan for it so that when you are in a pose or just focusing on your breath, you can think about what it is you're looking for to get out of the practice. And then at the end of the practice, you can kind of check in and see what you really got out of it. Maybe something unexpected, or maybe exactly what you were looking for. So let's begin to breathe a little bit deeper than you normally do. Begin to soften the muscles in the face, so relaxing the space between the eyebrows, relaxing the jaw. And just take this time to notice where in your body you tend to carry your tightness and your tension and your stress. Where do you tend to hold on to those things? And you might not even be aware, so try to check in when you're throughout the practice just to see if you can notice. I went to the dentist recently and was told that my front two teeth are loose because my bite is off and I've been clenching my teeth. So I know that I carry tension in my jaw and that I often clench my teeth, but I didn't think I was actually making my teeth loose. So just being aware of where you carry your tension and try to find a softness and let that go. So we're going to start here by bringing the knees into the chest. We'll rock left to right, make some circles with the knees, moving in one direction and then the other. And then just coming back to center, we're going to reach the feet up towards the ceiling. The knees do not have to be straight. You can support your hands on the back of the legs to support your legs. You can point and flex the feet, make some circles. So again, anytime we're lifting the legs, you can have a soft bend. You don't have to straighten. Same with the arms. We're going to reach the arms up overhead. If they don't comfortably reach back there, you can use something like I am. I have a bolster behind me because I have tight shoulders. Or you can open up your arms a little bit or bend the elbows. So just modify as you go. We're going to take a deep breath in here, and then as you exhale, hug the knees into the chest. We're just warming up the body and syncing up the breath to movement. So as you inhale, arms reach up and back, feet float up. Exhale, hug the knees in. Two more, just like that. Inhale, arms reach, feet lift. Exhale, hug the knees in. One more, just like that. Nice and easy, nothing straining, nothing pulling. Hug the knees in. Okay, we're going to take both feet down to the floor and you're going to reach for your strap. So if you have a yoga strap, you've put it together and you have a nice big loop. If you're using something else, you could be using a dog leash, you could be using a bathrobe belt, whatever you have, we're going to place the right foot into the strap, and you can just hold with your hands. If you have nothing, you don't have any strap or anything, you can just use your hands and interlace your hands behind your leg. If you have a yoga strap, we're going to take the loop and place it around the head, put the arms through, and let the strap be at your upper back. Okay, so soft bend in the knee or straight, up to you. This is a time where you can have your legs straight when we're opening up the hamstring because the back is down on the floor. If you're sitting up or if you're standing and you're trying to stretch your hamstring, you should soften to protect the back. But here our back is supported by the floor, so you can go straight if you want to. We're going to let the left leg go straight. And then just pause here and breathe. Check in. Notice what you're feeling. Notice what you're feeling and where you're feeling. And then soften. Relax the shoulders. We're just lengthening the back of the right leg. It's really good for circulation to have the foot elevated here. So just breathing with ease. This is your time to focus on what's going on inside. What are your thoughts like? Are they running around like crazy, lots of chatter? Or can you find some quiet within your thoughts? And I always like to talk to my brain, to myself, so people don't think anything I'm crazy or anything. But when I have a thought that is not really helpful, I just say, we're not thinking that right now. And I just let that thought go. We're not thinking about that right now. So just try to focus on your breathing and releasing the tension and tightness in the body physically. We'll take a deep breath in here, and then as you exhale, we're going to let your right leg reach over to the right. Again, soft bend in the knee if you want. You can have a deep bend in the knee. We're just opening up the inner thigh and the outer hip. Again, just pausing here. Breathing in through the nose and out of the mouth. You can let the eyes be closed. Take one more breath in here. And then as you exhale, we're going to bring the right leg back to center and then cross over to the left. So the right leg is reaching over to the left. I like to take my right hand on my right hip right here and just kind of press it forward so it's away from my right shoulder. Just to get a little bit more length. Try to breathe deeply into the chest. Maybe you tilt your toes down a bit to get a little bit deeper into the IT band. That's the whole outside of your right leg. It can be super tight. So just breathe through. We'll take one more full breath in here. And then as you exhale, let's come back to center with a soft knee. We'll take the right foot out of the strap, let the right foot come down to the floor. Left foot comes into the strap, and we're going to let the right leg go straight. So the right leg is going straight along the floor, left foot into the strap. And then the same thing. Take a moment. Relax your shoulders. Relax the jaw. Let your back feel supported and grounded by the floor beneath you. And then just take a few really nice deep breaths here. So exaggerated, in through the nose and out of the mouth. Just noticing what you're feeling in the back of the leg. See if you can find a little bit of softness. Relax through the low back. Nice flexed foot pressing into the strap. We'll take a deep breath here. And then as you exhale, soften the leg. You can reach it over to the left. You can keep the knee soft or you can straighten, just whatever feels okay for you. You can even take your right hand on your right hip to remind it to stay down. So we're trying to stay grounded through the right side of the body. And just letting the inner thigh and the outer hip relax and open. Nice, easy breathing in through the nose, out of the mouth. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, bend the knee gently, let the left leg come to the center and then over to the right. Left hand can come onto your left hip. And super important to breathe deeply here. So this part of the body is super tight, holds on to a lot of tension, can create tightness through the hips and the low back. So just breathe deeply. And allow this area in the body to let go. Try to stay open in the chest. Relax in the shoulders. Relax through the face. Breathing deeply and with ease, take a full breath in. And then as you exhale, we're going to bring that leg back to center. Let's let the foot come out of the strap. Both feet are going to come onto the floor with knees bent. Feet are going to go about mat width apart. And then you're just going to winter wiper your legs left to right. So let your low back release. Breathing deeply. Feeling your low back let go, feeling the tops of the thighs start to lengthen. And then when you come back to center, we're just going to come into a gentle figure four. So the right ankle is going to cross over the left leg right above the knee. You can stay right here and just place your right hand on the right knee. Or if you'd like to go a little deeper, you can reach for the back of your left thigh and draw the left knee into the chest. But you don't have to. You can keep your left foot down on the floor. We're just starting to open up the right hip. You can let the whole shape of your legs move over to the left a little bit, just to get a little bit deeper into the right hip. And then just close the eyes and breathe. The hips carry a lot of physical tightness and tension within the joint, as well as emotional stress and worry, anxiety. So just take a few moments here to breathe deeply. Think about if the hips are an area in your body where you carry those thoughts and carry that tension, and then let it go. And you can think about letting it go on your exhale. One more full breath in on this side. And then as you exhale, we're just going to gently release and let the left foot come down to the floor. You're going to cross your right thigh over the left thigh. We're going to scoot the hips over to the right just a little bit. And we're just going to let the legs drop over to the left. Now, they don't have to go all the way over. You're just starting to release that low back again. So first we opened up the hip, now getting into the low back. If this feels like it's too deep, you can uncross the legs and just stack them. You can open up your arms away from each other. Open up through the chest, open through the rib cage as you breathe deeply. So twists are not only really good for your spine, but also really good for digestion and increasing the blood flow to your internal organs. So relaxing through the face, eyes are closed. Take a full deep breath in. And then as you exhale, we'll bring the legs back to center, uncross them if they're crossed, even out the hips, and then we'll take the left ankle, put it on top of the right leg, and we're going to draw the right knee into your chest, or you can keep the right foot down and just let your left hand guide your left knee away. So it's up to you. You just want to be able to breathe and notice where you're holding on to tightness here and let it go. I like to tilt the legs over to the right a little bit and draw in more towards the right shoulder. Relaxing the shoulders. Feel the rise and fall of the chest as you breathe. Deep breath in, and then as you exhale, let's release. We'll let the right foot come down to the floor. So either cross legs or just have them next to each other. You can decide. If you have cross legs, let your hips move over to the left a little bit. Because as you have the legs crossed, you're deepening the twist. So just want to make sure that your tailbone and your neck are in line. You can open up the arms away from each other, feel the chest open. If there is a part of the body here that is gripping or holding on tight, focus there and then breathe. So as soon as I come into this pose, I feel the tightness between my shoulder blades. That's where I've been holding on lately. So as I inhale, I think about that tightness at the shoulder blades. I pay attention to it, and then as I exhale, I try to soften right between the shoulder blades. Using the breath to process feelings and let them soften and let go. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. And then we'll bring the legs back to center, uncross, bring the hips back to in line, and then hug the knees into the chest, rock left to right. So we're going to come up to sit. You can either roll to one side gently and then press yourself up, or you can rock front to back and rock yourself up. And then once you come to seated, sometimes sitting cross-legged for some people is not comfortable. So you can either sit up on a folded blanket, you could sit up on something bigger than that, like a cushion or a pillow. If you're really uncomfortable with the legs crossed, then you can just open up the legs and have the soles of the feet together. So if you have your legs crossed and you've gotten yourself all comfortable and set up, I'd like you to uncross and switch. So switch the cross of your legs. So now you're on your non-habitual side. It might feel a little odd. Knees might be a little higher. That's okay. Take a moment here just to feel the length in your spine. Let the shoulders come down. Top of the head is light as it's reaching upward. And we'll just take 3 big breaths here. So as you inhale, take the arms all the way up. And then exhale, arms come all the way down. So use your inhale and the arms up to open up the rib cage so that you can fill up the lungs. And then as you exhale, just let the arms float down and the shoulders float down. One more time, just like that. Inhale, arms reach. And exhale, let them come down. So we're going to continue to focus on the shoulders for a moment here while we're seated. We're going to use the strap. And you're just going to place your hands on the strap. I just keep it doubled, about shoulder width apart. So we're just going to let the hands be loose. You're not gripping really tight. And we're just going to inhale, arms reach up overhead. Yeah, if you don't have a strap, just improvise. Hands in the same place. Exhale down. Moving the hands a little bit wider. Inhale up. And exhale down. A little bit wider. As the arms lift up overhead, you're actually opening up the rib cage, creating space for your breath in your lungs. Exhale lower. This time we're going to go all the way wide. So you can have your thumbs in your strap or you can just have your arms reached out. Inhale up and exhale down. This time we're going to go up and over. So we're going to go inhale up, exhale over to the back. If that feels like way too much, have bent elbows. Good. Inhale, come up, and exhale front. So you can bend the elbows. I'll show modified. Inhale up. We're just getting a nice movement in your shoulders. Exhale, you can just bring the hands down with bent elbows behind you. Good. Inhale up and exhale forward. One more time, just like that. Inhale up. Exhale, reach back. Inhale up. And exhale forward. Okay, just pause here, drop the strap, shake out the arms a little bit. Okay, you're going to take your right hand, holding onto the strap, and reach your arm up towards the ceiling. So your right arm is reaching up, you're holding onto the strap. Your left arm is going to open up to the side. You're going to turn your thumb down and let the back of your left hand come to your low back. Then you're going to bend your right elbow. So your right elbow bends. See if you can creep your left fingers up towards your right fingers. If they don't reach, which I'm guessing they won't, you can reach for the strap. If you don't have a strap, no worries. Just let your hands rest where they are. So you're trying to reach your fingertips towards each other, or you're holding on to the strap. You're breathing here. Let your head lean back. If you would like to go a little bit deeper, you can start to hinge forward. Notice where you feel this. I feel this in the front and top of my left shoulder, as well as the right. So I'm just going to breathe through any tightness that I'm feeling. Try to keep the head lengthened so you're not collapsing and rounding. Your back is straight. You're just hinging forward. We're going to take a deep breath in here. And then as you exhale, slowly come up. Release the arms. And shake them out. We're going to take your left arm, bring it across. Your right arm is just going to hold at the upper arm, you're going to take your head and just let your left ear reach towards your left shoulder and breathe. So really drop that left shoulder down. Pull it down, lengthening through the neck. And then we're going to turn the head to the other side. So let your right ear come to your right shoulder. Make sure the right shoulder and the left shoulder are both relaxed down. Take a full breath in and then exhale, release. Okay, so your left hand is going to reach up towards the ceiling with the strap if you have it. Right hand reaches out to the side, thumb goes down, back of the hand comes at your back. You're going to bend your left elbow. So your hand is now reaching down. Maybe it's at your neck. Maybe it's reaching down between the shoulder blades. You're going to work your right fingers towards the left. They don't have to touch. That's what the strap is for. If you don't have the strap, just let your hands rest where they are. Head is lifted. You can lean the head back a little bit. Shoulders are relaxed down. We're going to hinge forward, maybe just a little, maybe a lot. Notice what you feel and where you feel. So just breathe through whatever it is that you're feeling in the shoulders. Let your neck stay long. Let the shoulders continue to relax down away from the ears. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, come on up. We'll release the arms. You can move the strap out of the way. You're going to let your right arm reach out to the side. Cross it over and then just support it with your left arm anywhere. Maybe it's the forearm, maybe it's the upper arm. Really feel that right shoulder pull down and just draw your right ear towards your right shoulder as you draw the left shoulder down. So just getting a little bit of stretch through the neck. And then we're going to switch the angle of the head. Let your left ear come towards your left shoulder. Draw the right shoulder down. Just breathing. Take a full breath in. And then a full breath out. Release. Shake out the arms. Hopefully shoulders are feeling awesome right now. We're going to come on to hands and knees. So make your way. Feel free to put a blanket under your knees if you want a little extra support. I have 2 mats here and a blanket. So you want to be comfortable. You don't want to feel any discomfort throughout your practice. So we're going to bring the wrists underneath your shoulders. Hips are over the knees. We're going to curl the toes under, stretching out the bottoms of the feet. Gently drop the belly as you bend your elbows and lift the chin. Open through the chest. That's your inhale. Exhale, tuck the chin. Straighten the arms, round the back, tops of the feet pressed down. Inhale, curl the toes under, drop the belly and chest, lift, and exhale, tuck in round, really push the floor down. One more time like that. Inhale, just getting nice movement through the spine and neck. And exhale. Coming back to neutral. We're going to take the left foot straight back. Toes are on the floor. The back of your right hand is going to rest at your low back. Pull your belly in towards your hand. Lift your left leg. If you feel like your hand dropped, then maybe you need to lower the leg a little bit as you pull your belly in. We're going to let the right hand go straight towards the front of the room. Doesn't have to be all the way up to your ear. You can let it drop a little bit. So the goal here is not how high the arm and the leg go. It's how much you can engage your core by drawing the belly in, and the muscles around your spine are supporting and getting strong. They're supporting your back and getting a little stronger. And you're looking for a little bit of balance here. If you need to drop the foot down, you can. Take one more full breath in. As you exhale, right hand comes down, left toes come down behind you. Pivot your right foot to the right, roll to the arch of your left foot, and let your left hand come up towards the ceiling. So you can stay right here. You can lift the left leg. You can bend the left knee and reach your hand back for your foot. And we're breathing. So we're weight bearing on the right arm and the right hip, which is helping with bone density. So you can do whatever you'd like here. You can have your foot. You don't have to. Foot can be down. Your arm can be reaching overhead. So just continue to breathe. We're strengthening the right hip joint here and your right shoulder. Take a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, we're going to lower down. Let the left hand come down. Let both knees come down. I like to have the knees close together for this first child's pose. Let the head come down and the backs of the hands rest by your feet. If your head does not comfortably touch the floor, you can stack your fists and place your head on your fists. So just pause here. Ground down through the forehead, releasing any tension you might feel through the head and neck. Relax the shoulders, lengthen through the spine. Notice where you feel the expansion when you breathe in and out. Notice that release. We'll take one more full breath in here. And then as you exhale, let's come back up onto hands and knees. Line up again so the knees are underneath your hips, wrists underneath your shoulders. Right foot is going to step back, toes are down. Back of your left hand is going to come onto your low back, and we're going to lift the right leg. If you notice your hand dropped way down with the belly, pull it in and up. Your leg might lower, that's okay. Focusing on your core, belly in, back is strong. We'll take the left hand towards the front of the room. Back foot is flexed. And then just breathe. Relax the shoulders. If you need to put the right foot down, you can. If you need a little extra support. One more deep breath in, and then as you exhale, left hand comes down, right toes go straight down behind you. Pivot your foot to the left, your left foot. Roll to the arch of your right foot. Let your right hand reach up towards the ceiling. You can press your right foot flat into the floor. You can lift your right foot. You can bend your right knee and reach your right hand back for your foot. Just breathing here any version of this pose that you'd like to be in, feel free. You can move the arm. So just thinking about weight bearing on that left arm, that left shoulder, your left hip. We're strengthening not only the joint but the bones. Take a full breath in here. And then as you exhale, make your way back down to the knees. Come into your child's pose or any resting pose of your choice. So you can have the hands back behind you. You can have the hands way out in front. Maybe you want to lift your hips and come more into a puppy pose. Maybe you want to come onto hands and knees and move your spine. So just pick the pose that works for you, where you can just take a moment to reconnect with your breath. Check in. Seeing what you're feeling, seeing how you're feeling, seeing where you're feeling those things. Breathe deeply. And then when you're ready, from here, we're going to come forward onto forearms. So your forearms are on the floor, your hands are relaxed, your knees are down. We're going to step the right foot back and then the left foot back. If this hurts your back, lift your hips a little higher. If you need more support, knees come down, tops of the feet come down, but I want you to push the tops of your feet down to take the weight off of the knees. So we're just coming into this forearm plank here. You don't want to feel any pain, especially in the back, so modify if you need to. Relax the shoulders, feel them away from each other and away from the ears. So you don't want to have any tension up by your ears. Make space. Belly is drawn in. Thighs are strong. We're focusing here on your breath. Finding your strength. It's there. You might have to dig deep, but it's there. I often find that we are stronger than we think. So just continue to breathe here. It is super important to have a strong core to protect your back, especially during stressful times. Often we carry tension in our low backs, so you want to have them strong, the muscles around the back strong, and in your core strong. Continue to breathe. Take a full breath in, and then as you exhale, hips go back when the knees come down. Child's pose. Reach the arms way out in front. Let the head drop. If you want to get a little deeper into the shoulders, you can tent your hands so that the pads of your fingers are on the floor, but the palms are lifted. And then drop the head. You can turn your head left to right, rolling your forehead along the floor. And then from here, you're going to walk your hands towards your knees. Curl your toes under so that you can lift your knees and roll onto your feet, hanging over your bent legs. We're going to take the hands and gently walk them up the legs to come to stand. So take your time coming up. I'm going to adjust my camera because my head is cut off here. Move this up a bit. that's okay. Okay, good. So, starting off, just standing, feet are grounded down, hip width apart. We're just gonna take 3 big breaths. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. And exhale, arms come out and down. Inhale again, reach the arms all the way out and up. And exhale down. One more time, just like that. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, so from here, we're gonna come into a warrior 2 pose. So in warrior 2, your right foot is forward, your left foot is back. Now, I'm not sure, you can't see my mat, but I'm on the edge of my mat instead of the middle, just so I can have my feet lined up. So my foot is right on the edge of the mat, and then my back foot, the heel is on the edge of the mat. So my heels are lined up, my right toes are pointed to forward, left toes are pointed so that the pinky side of my foot is parallel to the back of the mat. Notice your torso here. Is it leaning forward? Is it leaning back? Or is it straight up? You want to keep your torso straight up, and we want to keep the right knee bent but not passing your ankle. So keep the right knee right over the ankle. Belly is in strong, arms are going to reach away from each other. Pause here. You can look over your right fingers. Shoulders are relaxed. Strong joints, hips and knees. Relaxed shoulders. From here, you're going to take your left hand, let it slide down your left leg. You're going to push your right leg straight and reach your right arm up and back. So just getting a nice stretch here through the whole right side of the rib cage. We're going to breathe here for a moment. Full breath in. And then as you exhale, you're going to pass through warrior 2 with the right knee bent, but then take your right forearm onto your thigh or your hand if you can't reach the forearm, and let the left arm reach over. So just breathe here. Strong in your hips and your knee. Relaxed shoulders, belly in. Okay, so we're going to move through that just a little bit faster. So we're going to inhale, come up, straighten the leg, reach back. And then as you exhale, come down. And then as you inhale, reach the arm up overhead. That's your inhale. Exhale, come up. Reach back, straighten the leg. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bend. Forearm down, top arm reaches as you inhale. Exhale, up. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, bend. Inhale, reach. Pause here. We're going to take your left hand on your left hip. Straighten your right leg. Right hand comes onto your right hip as you come up. You're going to turn your right toes. So now your feet are parallel. Both of my heels are lined up with the back of my mat. I'm going to hinge forward. So we're hinging forward about halfway down. And then I'm going to reach my hands down to the floor. If you need to bend your knees to reach, you can. If you want to put your hands on blocks or a stack of books, you can, or a little step stool. We're going to take the right hand down as you inhale. Left arm reaches up towards the ceiling. Turn your torso. Exhale down. This is windmill pose. Getting a little energy here. Inhale, the right arm reaches up. Exhale, down. Inhale, left. Exhale, down. Inhale, right. Exhale, down. Inhale, left. Exhale, center. One more time. Inhale to the right. And exhale, down. We're going to bend the knees. Place your hands on your thighs above the knees and roll your back up. All the way back up. Okay, so now we're going to turn the left toes to the left. Start to bend your left knee. Try to keep your torso centered. Arms reach away from each other. You're breathing deeply here. Your front knee is not passing the ankle. Just holding the pose here, seeing what you feel. You're able to breathe. We're going to let your back hand, right hand, come down the right leg. Straighten the left and reach your arm up and back. Pause here and breathe. Just taking a few breaths, letting your body experience the pose, settling in. And then we're going to soften that left knee. Let your left hand or forearm come down. Right arm reaches up and over. Pause here. Feel that top shoulder reaching back. Legs are super strong. We're going to move with the breath here. Inhale, come on up. Let that right hand come back. Left hand reach up. Exhale, bend the left knee. Left hand comes down. Inhale, right arm reaches up and over. Exhale, bring the body up. Use your core, straighten the leg. Inhale, left arm reaches up, reach back. Exhale, bend. Inhale, reach. Exhale, push up. Inhale, reach back with the left arm. One more time. Exhale, bend that left knee, left arm comes down. Inhale, right arm reaches up and over. Exhale, push back up. Inhale, reach back. And then we're going to take the left hand onto your left hip, right hand onto your right hip. Turn your toes to parallel. And then you're going to hinge forward. But this time you're going to walk your hands out. So you're in a wide-legged downward dog. Again, if your knees need to be bent, bend them. You're just going to relax the head down. Push your hips back. Maybe even turn your toes in a little bit. So you're pressing through the outsides of the legs. Neck is releasing with the weight of the head. Relax the shoulders. Take a full breath in. And then as you exhale, soften the knees. Hands come back. Heel toe your feet together. And then slowly roll up. Let the shoulders roll up and back. And then from here, you're just going to gently and slowly make your way back down onto your back on your mat. So take your time, moving slowly and gently. making your way back down. Once you come to your back, you're going to hug your knees into the chest. I'm coming. I'm just putting my sweatshirt on because I'm all of a sudden freezing. Okay. Laying down on your back, hugging your knees into the chest, rocking left to right. Making some circles. One direction and then the other. And then from here, we're going to come right into Shavasana, final relaxation pose. So be comfortable, be supported. If you want to put something underneath your knees, you can. If you want to put a blanket on, you want to be comfortable. And you don't want to have to be using any effort to stay in the pose. So if we were upright, you'd have to have your spine in line. Here we're laying down, using the floor to completely support us. So once you're here in Shavasana, close the eyes. And breathe with ease. Letting your thoughts in your mind be quiet. Letting the body feel relaxed and supported. Check in with your intention. Were you able to release some tension in the body? If that was one of your goals, were you able to relax? Were you able to let go of any anxiety or worry? So now I'd like you to set an intention for the rest of your day. Or you can set more of a goal for how you'd like your week to go. And just try to remember that if thoughts come up often that create feelings of stress or anxiety, just tell yourself, we're not thinking that right now. And then change the thought. So we have control over our thoughts. Our thoughts create our feelings. And our feelings initiate our actions. So if you can think positive thoughts or thoughts that create good feelings in the body, chances are when you choose to act, those actions will create a positive effect or response on your life. So as you're in Shavasana, just let your breath flow with ease. Let your body relax. And let your mind go. And if thoughts come up, acknowledge them. If they're negative, let it go. So we're going to start to bring some small movement movements into the body. If you would like to stay in Shavasana longer, then you are more than welcome. But if you would like to transition out of Shavasana, we'll slowly and gently move the body to come up to a comfortable seat. So take your time. Once you're seated, just let the eyes be closed for a moment. Place the right hand on your heart, your left hand on your right hand. And remember that we are all connected. Not only are we here with each other, but we're here for each other. Let's bring the palms together in front of your heart center to honor your practice and honor each other. Namaste. Thanks, you guys. I hope you have a beautiful Sunday.
Thank you.